controlling. They hating, patrolling, and trying to catch me riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding dirty.
From 1930 to 1934, a total of 78 gangster movies were made. A moral panic resulted, a surge of public concern about an issue or group socially defined as dangerous. The reaction to the deviance is blown out of proportion as compared to the actual threat that the new concern poses. Many citizens felt that films based on the lives and activities of criminals led to an increase in crime and accused Hollywood of delivering impressionable youth into a career of crime. Civilian groups lobbied and protested. Governments cracked down on youth crime and even blamed crime sprees on the influence of these gangster films. The Hays Code, a form of movie censorship, was supposed to prevent sympathy with criminal activity and discourage the imitation of crime. As a deterrent, the gangster had to die in the end. This code was quickly ignored because the gangster films were so popular and there was too much money to be made. From gangster films to rock and roll, moral panic followed, attacking Elvis Presley's combination of hillbilly music, gospel singing, and black rhythm and blues. Elvis's rebellious, sexual performances were labeled vulgar, and moral crusaders branded him as just another bad influence out to corrupt the new generation.
Come on back to me, little girl, so we can play some house and baby, come back, baby, come back, baby, come. Come back, baby, I wanna play house with you. All in the house, yeah.
Like gangster films, Elvis's popularity and wealth eventually overcame. To this day, Elvis is honored as the king of rock and roll. And according to Forbes' wealth estimation, despite being dead, Elvis managed to make $37 million in 2007. Ice-T was a pivotal force behind the entry of gangsta-rap into mainstream music, especially for the West Coast.
Man, they brought us punk-ass motherfuckers.
Alright, keep moving, Rocket.
I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking. King of my jungle, just a gangster stalking, living life like a firecracker, quick as my fuse. Then dead as a death, that's the colors I choose. Red or blue, cause of blood, it just don't matter. Sucker died for your life when my shotgun scattered. Colors, the gangs of LA will never die. Just multiply colors. Colors, 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 colors.
The moral panic associated with rap was encouraged by the Republicans in the United States. In his failed bid for the presidency, Senator Bob Dole made speeches condemning rap's promotion of violence and the abuse of women. In typical political hypocrisy, he later repealed the White House ban on assault weapons. The Democrats also played a part. Tipper, the wife of Al Gore, launched a campaign against music with explicit lyrics after being unable to return a Prince album she thought was inappropriate. Apparently, Mrs. Gore was not aware of Prince's earlier 1980 album titled Dirty Mind. She claimed she was not out to censor, but rather to warn the consumer of the content of some music. What resulted was a warning label that has today become an emblem of authenticity. A gangster rap album without explicit content today seems to lack credibility.
My fist thin, my life is violent, but violent is life. Peace is a dream, reality is a night. My colors, my honor, my colors, my all. With my colors upon me, one soldier stands tall. Tell me, what have you left me? What have I got? Last night in cold blood, my young brother got shot.
And there they are, the Ville, Crips, Crip the Ville.
Stone fucking killers that walk in your house, blow you away, sit down, eat, then leave.
That's right. You get them off the street.
Lady, we're trying.
You need more help.
What's up, Rock,
Yo, what it is?
What elevates rap from the moral panics of gangster films and Elvis is its artist's reality. Hollywood actors may be indecent at times, but are hardly organized criminals. Elvis was not much of a rebel, serving in the military and publicly denouncing the use of drugs. Rappers, though, are tangled in their music. In February 1996, Snoop Dogg was acquitted of murder charges. In September 96, Tupac Shakur died 6 days after being shot. Tupac was one of the first mainstream successes, selling to both blacks and rich white kids. Tupac was an easy target to scapegoat the problem of poor black youth. His death was portrayed as a symbol of rap's self-destructiveness and immorality. The continuing moral panic surrounding gangster rap, despite its economic success, goes against the past trend of acceptance as seen with gangster films and rock and roll. In 2006, Jay-Z held the top spot on Forbes' hip-hop Cash Kings list, making $34 million. In the last year, 50 Cent made $150 million. These sales are not just record sales. Rappers have diversified and succeeded in many other enterprises, including clothing lines, video games, movies, and even flavored water. This musical genre's growth, starting in the 1980s, coincides with an interesting demographic shift in Canada. The black population increased quickly, mainly due to immigration reforms. The preference for European immigrants was reduced, and Canada became a new home to many from Africa and the Caribbean. Difficult circumstances faced by blacks continue to contribute to the moral panic associated with rap. According to the 2001 census, 44% of black children were living in low-income households compared to only 19% of other children. In 2001, 97% of all black people in Canada lived in urban areas, and nearly one-half of that black population lived in and around Toronto. With the current prohibitionist drug policies, this makes the black urban poor especially vulnerable to police attention. As a result, racial characteristics are often used as the prime motivator to initiate police action. This is commonly called racial profiling, but racial discrimination or prejudice is a more appropriate term. In 2003, the Kingston Police were the first police agency in Canada to conduct a study on racial profiling. Officers were to fill out contact cards after every time they stopped and questioned a member of the public. For each contact, officers were supposed to record the age, gender, and race of the person stopped, as well as the location of the stop, the reason for the stop, and the final result of the incident. In total, 10,114 cases were included in the study. 64% of all contact cards were issued to pedestrians, and the remaining 36% to people in motor vehicles. Blacks make up only 0.6% of Kingston's population, but made up 2.2% of all stops. When it came to the reason for stops, blacks were the highest in the drugs category. Blacks were also the most likely racial group to be arrested or charged as the outcome of the stop. All other racial minorities in the study were less likely to be stopped than whites. Young black males between 15 and 24 years of age were the most likely to experience a police stop than any other demographic group. Studies like this one are a good start but need to continue. A first and important step that the Kingston Police have taken is to admit there is a problem. However, attempting to get rid of racial profiling may not be realistic. Until society admits that prohibition has failed and is not the best answer to drugs, the violence and drug abuse will continue. The association of the gangster to crime will continue, and police will maintain a crackdown mentality on those they feel are associated with drugs and drug trafficking. The prohibition of drugs results in a misplaced hate directed at those we see as gangsters, and makes a disgrace of young black males through practices such as racial profiling. It looks like we are ready to see a black president, and hopefully it's time to start making some changes, both in the States and in Canada. A good start is to deal with those affected by drugs as brothers and not distant strangers, because both black and white are smoking crack tonight. Looks like Tupac had it right all along.
Come on, come on. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull a trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero.